Hello, I'm Dimiake Mwakaliele. Vincent Makori is off today. This is Africa 54. Well, tonight, Egypt's political divide is widening and becoming more uncertain with the release a short time ago of deposed former President Hosni Mubarak. A Cairo prosecutor's decision to release him is stirring a wide range of reaction in the capital. VOA's Elizabeth Arrott is in Cairo, the center of unrest after the military ousted Mohamed Morsi following the revolution that drove Mubarak from office. She spoke via Skype with Chris Hannes here in Washington.
Elizabeth, what has the reaction been to the possible release of Mr. Mubarak?
Well, it's quite mixed. I think people who are supporters of Mr. Mubarak and also people who are looking at it from a purely legal point of view under Egyptian law. It was a fairly badly prosecuted case, and the legal questions were such that this development was not unexpected and perhaps overdue. However, for the millions of people who came out on the streets in 2011 to get rid of him, I mean, this is quite a blow. This was he was meant to be tried for them. He was meant to stay behind bars for crimes committed not just during the revolution but previous to that. And so it really is quite a turn of events. On top of that, you have the Brotherhood, who is looking at their own freely elected leader in detention, while the man who all of this revolution was fought to get rid of, with the possibility of release.
Okay. And what has been the position of the Muslim Brotherhood at this point in the turmoil? Are they trying to regroup?
They are trying. It's very, very difficult at the moment. There's a major crackdown on their leadership, everything from the top all the way down. And many people we've been trying to get in touch with are in hiding. Others are on the run. Many are in detention. It's sort of hundreds, we believe, but it's not clear. Under the state of emergency, they don't always have to announce who has been taken in or where they are and what state of the legal procedures or lack of legal procedures are being held under. So they are trying to plan for a large rally at the end of the month. They're calling it the Friday of Hanging, which gives them a little bit of breathing room. There might be some protests tomorrow, Friday, a traditional time for protests. But really, their first major announced movement will be the following Friday.
And you can see the sun shining behind you. Is Cairo returning to some sort of normalcy at this point?
There is certainly in the capital, during the days now, for the last sort of 4 or 5 days, people are cramming the streets with cars. People are going back to work. There are areas that are completely blocked off by tanks and armored personnel carriers. And then getting around 5 o'clock, you get this craziness sets in when everyone trying madly to rush home, finish whatever they're doing to get home before the curfew. There is some movement within neighborhoods after the curfew, but by and large, the place, a very vibrant city of nearly 20 million people, just shuts down. And you do hear gunfire throughout the night. So there is still very tense, but during the day, people are trying to get back to some sense of business and normalcy.
Now, the decision by the Cairo court to release Hosni Mubarak into house arrest is based on Egyptian law. Still, there are significant political overtones. VOA's Jeff Seldin explains.
For 3 decades, former President Hosni Mubarak was the face of Egyptian power. That an Egyptian court now says his detention must end is no coincidence, according to Middle East analyst James Phillips.
It's no secret that the army would like to see former President Mubarak released because they consider that a blot on the army's reputation, the fact that he's in jail.
Phillips says many in the military have long bristled at images of the former military leader in a cage during court proceedings, and that Mr. Mubarak's release could help boost morale as the military tries to impose stability. The move could also help appease some countries long friendly with the former Mubarak government, which have pledged billions of dollars to Egypt.
It also could be a barometer of the growing influence of Saudi Arabia and other Persian Gulf countries who have lobbied for President Mubarak's release.
Yet even though Mr. Mubarak's court-ordered release may appear to be a political gambit, there is a legal basis. The court ruled that even though Mr. Mubarak still faces some charges, he's already served the maximum pretrial detention allowed under Egyptian law. The former leader still must appear in court to answer charges he failed to prevent the deaths of protesters demanding his ouster in 2011. But David Pollack with the Washington Institute says his court-ordered release sends a clear message to the Muslim Brotherhood and others who oppose Egypt's military-led government.
The statement is, this is a new game. It's the Brotherhood who are the real traitors and criminals and terrorists and spies.
Increasingly in Egypt, images of Mr. Mubarak's incarceration being replaced by those of senior Brotherhood leaders who now find themselves under arrest. Jeff Seldin, VOA News.